Okay, my name is Andrew Christie, and my presentation is on how to become a good golfer. You might say, why would someone want to be a good golfer? Why would someone even want to play golf? But golf, unlike I think any other sport, has a very wide range of ages still playing. You see very young kids, middle-aged people, and even older people still playing golf regularly anytime you go to a golf course. What you see on the screen here to the left is a scorecard. The scorecard provides information about the course and about each individual hole. Information like the par, the difficulty of the hole, and the length of both the hole and the entire course. On the right, you'll see a handicap card. Now, the number on the handicap card, called the handicap index, is meant to represent a course-adjusted relative skill level of a golfer, and it is used in comparison purposes for both tournaments and even playing amongst friends. On the next page is equipment. Equipment is sort of a necessity. You need equipment to play golf. As you can see from the prices listed here, golf can be a rather expensive sport. However, it is likely that you own at least some, or maybe even all of the equipment listed on this page. What is important to point out, however, though, is drivers, which in the past few years, the technological improvements in drivers has been rather drastic. And in order to combat this, golf course designers and course superintendents have lengthened the courses and made courses more difficult, such as to keep scores equal among all eras. So if you don't have a more modern driver, it is rather important that you upgrade. You're really selling yourself short if you don't. Now on this next slide, I think is it's not necessary to play golf, but it's necessary to become a good golfer, and that's golf instruction. On the left here, you'll see individual private lessons. They're rather expensive. It's $60 for a half hour, $110 for an hour, but it provides personalized one-on-one diagnosis and correction of both your golfing flaws and swing flaws. On the right, you'll see inexpensive in comparison, which is books, magazines, DVDs. These provide more general advice. They can be useful, but it's often best to temper them with some private lessons, as it's difficult for amateurs and pros alike to diagnose themselves and know what it is they're doing wrong and have a good feel for what their swing looks like and what it's doing. So it's best, I think, to have a combination of both. Everyone's a little different, so you'd have to likely find your own medium there. On the next slide, we'll have probably the most important part of becoming a great golfer is going to the driving range. The driving range is predominantly where you'll practice. It's rather inexpensive. It's about 10 cents per golf ball at a range. And you practice the techniques, drills that you'll see in books or drills that an instructor provided to you in order to fine-tune or develop your swing. You can also practice shots that you may not get to hit so very regularly on a golf course. Something like chipping, you only get to do a few times around, but at a driving range you can do it various times to really fine-tune that skill. I can't even stress enough how important it is to go to the range to develop a repeatable swing that you can count on every time you go out and play. I think also the last and most important part is to just go out, play golf, and have fun. Because if you're not enjoying it and you're not having fun, it's going to be just impossible to become good at it. You need to be okay with not succeeding at first. Just understanding that eventually it'll come and you'll get better. And that's how everyone started out, as an amateur and developed into a great golfer. And that's it.